Hey guys, it's Chase, and we are back. This is Series 3, and all you guys are assholes. But, one day,
us.
Yeah. Welcome back, assholes. No, we've been gone for a couple weeks. The last thing we did was the Terminator Genesis stuff.
Yes.
So this is technically going to be Series 3, because I try to break it up in 12. We all know that, so that way it's a little easier for people to find and read. Listen, turn your books to Chapter 2. We're going to be discussing summer movies. Which is actually what we're doing. So basically, for this episode, we're going to be discussing summer movies. It is set in the summer.
Yes.
It's not like Ant-Man where it's a summer movie. Like, that was my example.
Not released in the summer.
Exactly. It is set in the summer, so lots of campy goodness. And literally.
Yeah.
And lots of, and just lots of fun times. Because these movies, overall, if they're set in the summer, you're going to see some over-the-top, goofy, strange things.
Lots of 80s type things.
Yeah, exactly. So let's dig right into it. Everyone feeling good from the last thing? Episode?
Feeling good. Excited
feeling good?
About Ant-Man this weekend?
Yes, we were seeing Ant-Man this weekend. I'm sure either together or separate we'll do a review on it or whatever. But and have we seen anything recently after Terminator?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No,
So Ant-Man literally. So that is the next movie we're gonna see.
That's the
Awesome.
next one.
Cool. All right. Well, let's dig right into it. What do we got here first?
Well, a little known movie, but maybe not so much because the Netflix series coming out. Wet Hot American Summer.
Yay!
Speaking of Ant-Man.
Yay! Paul Rudd at his best.
Yes.
And it's
genius.
Yeah, it's genius, but it pokes fun at a lot of those camp
over the top
movies that they had in
just
the 80s.
Crazy.
It's set in the 80s.
It came out, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty old.
Yeah, that's crazy thing. 2001, I'm like, well, it's not that old, but it's 14 years ago.
A lot of people in their late 20s, early 30s playing teenagers.
Yeah, but cast alone, look at that. We got Bradley Cooper, Paul Rudd,
Amy Poehler,
Janine
Garofalo.
Michael Ian Black.
There you go.
Michael Showalter.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all we got. Great cast, though.
Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, Elizabeth. Yeah, when Baby Banks.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the first thing I saw, or the earliest thing I've ever seen her in it.
Yep.
And I didn't know she was in Spider-Man. Did y'all know that?
Oh,
we watched it recently, and I didn't know that was her.
that.
She was the receptionist for
Forgot about
John
that.
Jameson.
That's right.
I know. She walked up and was talking to him, and I was like, "That's Elizabeth Banks? What are you doing in a Spider-Man movie?"
You got excited about that.
I did. I was like, "Look at her." Because that was the year after.
And then Paul Rudd's going to be, Ant-Man is going to be in Captain 3.
It all
and
comes
Spider-Man's in that.
My God.
Oh my God.
And is it Molly Shannon?
Molly Shannon's bit's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Judah Friedmeier, is that right? He played her ex.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of little side characters I've seen in other things, but I'm not sure their name. Like a little nerdy one who is like shaking the whole room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He's been in lots of stuff, but I don't know his name. Poor
guy.
And the dude from Frasier.
Oh yeah, David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I said no.
They're overexcited.
Because it's just like this harmless back and forth.
Yeah.
I said no. Oh my gosh! And the dude who, like, the best scene from that movie, I think, is when
anything with Paul Rudd.
Yeah, it was like anything with Paul Rudd. But when it's like the obvious stunt double when he's chasing him on the motorcycle, like clearly it's not him.
Yeah.
And they just loved, and they do for the trailer for the Netflix series. They do something like that again. That was pretty funny.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, it's. You have to watch it kind of just knowing it's meant to be.
It's meant to be just over
very
the top.
Vulgar, very.
Did you ever watch The State on MTV? A lot of the guys that are on The State were in this.
Really?
Like Michael Ian Black and I think Showalter's in it too. But then the guy with the afro that was.
Oh
what was his name?
He was in.
He was in The State too.
The Role Models movie.
Yeah.
And we just watched this recently. What would you say your thoughts were of that movie? The first time watching it, because we've seen it a lot.
We saw
and it makes
part
us
of
goofy.
it before, but that was the first time watching
we
the
actually
whole
watched
thing.
the whole thing.
It's pretty weird.
It is. I'm telling you, it is a strange movie, but it's meant to be that way. It's supposed to be over the top, and
a lot of the things they do in it or make fun of in it are taken from different, camp movies back in the day, and so they kind of make it over the top for the sake of making fun of it. But
the montage.
Very goofy.
Working out.
Yeah, the montage when they go to the town for a minute.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's supposed to be. They're like it was like an hour,
Right.
and then they're like on drugs
start
and
stealing.
they're stealing things,
Yeah.
and there's like Amy Poehler just in the corner, just looking
Yeah,
awful.
twitching.
And they come back into town, and they're like, or the camp, and they're just like all fine again. It's pretty funny.
It's great getting out of camp, even if it is for an hour.
Jesus. All right, so yeah, we're starting off good there. So
That is for the adventuresome.
yeah, that is if you want something a little goofy, a little over the top, but
Yeah.
it's just you don't have to think about it. You
And
just
with
put it in and watch it.
The Netflix, the show starts with the 31st.
Yeah,
I think.
coming up. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
And it's all about
I think
eight episodes.
I think it's 8 episodes. Yeah.
So it'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, so what we got next?
And then with the, I guess, sequel coming out, the original Vacation movie,
Yeah.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Vacation's a good one.
I'm
Yeah.
very kind of nervous for the sequel-ish.
But
yeah. The original is fantastic.
Yeah.
I will say this is the first. Yeah, it's like the first one, and since all of them are set kind of in the same. After it's from the first one, it's set in the same kind of tone. It shows, when he's looking at his family picture from that vacation, it's the same.
But do we, in
Yeah.
any stretch of the imagination, think that Anthony
rusty.
Michael Hall grew up?
No. But I think that's just, at this point, that's just the running joke. Like,
It's
all
too bad they
Rusty's
couldn't
look.
have actual him
Yeah.
play
They
Rusty.
But he
should've.
doesn't look friendly anymore. Even though he
Yeah.
was. But
Yeah, he's kind of mean.
he doesn't look like he would be friendly. He something about him playing the bully in Edward Scissorhands took away that nice, sweet, jovial
nerd from Breakfast
nerd.
Club and 16 Candles. Yeah, the little nerd. He's not so nerdy anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like a man, which is weird. I don't
Yeah,
know.
the first time I saw that movie, I was shocked.
You're like, that's
So,
him?
but I don't, in any stretch of the imagination, think he thinks, he grew up into Homeboy.
Yeah, right. God. But this new one could be good. But yeah,
Yeah.
Vacation is another one that I remember watching a lot.
Chevy Chase at
younger.
his best.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I saw the Christmas Vacation,
That's good too.
but
Yeah.
not that one.
You could skip.
Everything
Europeans.
else.
Yeah.
European's gonna upset you,
Yeah.
and so's Vegas Vacation.
Yeah, well, they weren't even in that one. That was more of Quaid.
No, it wasn't.
No, Vegas Vacation?
We saw Vegas Vacation in the theater, I'm ashamed to admit.
Now we're ashamed of it.
What's so wrong with it?
Yeah.
There's
It's
not that
just- it
funny.
wasn't
Yeah,
that
they
funny.
tried a little
Oh,
too
okay.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's some. I remember
That's right, 'cause
European.
Wade's in it. Oh,
Yeah.
European
I completely
Vacation
put it on
was.
my
Yeah.
memory.
Cause
But,
European Vacation was pretty funny. There was a couple things.
It had a
that,
couple of things that
It had a couple
cracked me
things
up.
that were really funny, but like it was stuff that wasn't meant to be that funny that I laughed
Yeah.
at, and then the ones
Yeah.
that they try to be real funny in,
It's
it was just
not
kinda
as funny, yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it's kind of whatever.
But the original one, lots of subtle jokes,
Mhm.
and Chevy Chase just he can somehow come off as the perfect dad and a horn dog without it being any kind of problem. So
It's a good balance.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Like what they make fun of in the trailer for the new one when
Yeah.
it's like that girl. They're driving side by
yeah.
side. They're kind
Christy
of flirting at
Brinkley.
each other.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. All right, onward. Starla
And-
wrote down.
and-
Starla has our list here. Movies.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
There you go.
That's
She's very organized.
She is.
yes.
She's the brains of this
And then, of
troop.
course, probably the one everybody thinks of, well, most everybody thinks of when you think of summer movies, Jaws.
Yeah.
Set near the 4th of July. It's going to be the best
Oh.
summer they've ever had. I don't know how he could say the phrase, it's going to be the best summer we've ever had, after 2 people have been eaten on the beach.
Yep.
He was just he
How could
That
He's
was
just
crazy.
optimistic.
he's so optimistic
That's all.
and
How could your best summer follow the death of 2 people from your town? Unless you hated them.
yeah,
He
a
just
teenage
doesn't
girl
care.
and a little boy.
He
Yeah.
just doesn't care at all.
No.
Because
I
that
know.
was the first time that I'd seen that. And
Yeah.
it was just insane how little they were concerned about people dying.
I know.
and
Because the
getting
only
eaten by
one
the
that
shark.
was Chief.
Yeah.
Birdie was like, no, we gotta shut this beach down. Everyone else was like, no,
Yeah,
no.
just settle
You're
down.
overreacting.
The shark's caught. I'm good.
That little baby shark,
Yeah,
that's plenty.
he's full now. He eat 2 people in 2 days.
Yeah. It's going to be the
Gosh.
best
She's
summer
like a
we've ever
snake.
had.
It'll take him forever to digest.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He'll carry around
Jeez.
that little boy at least
Yeah.
till fall.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh man.
But it's so great. And
Yeah,
you can
no,
watch
Jaws is
Jaws
Mhm.
every year.
Love Jaws.
Yeah. It
And now that I know, like, because you kept telling me you've seen some of it.
Yeah,
Or
I thought
you've
I
seen
did
it,
when I was
but then
5.
we figured it out that the one your grandpa, right, or your uncle,
Yeah, it was my grandpa.
showed her Deep Blue Sea. That's the one. So
what I saw, like when I was little, I knew there was a shark movie and it was Jaws, so I just assumed a shark movie. This must be Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was 5, and so then I was describing to him the part that I saw, because it was like maybe 5 or 10 minutes of it I watched with him before that I remember, because I was scared of it. But I never saw it when we just recently saw Jaws, and I was like, that part wasn't in there. This is what I saw, and he said, "Oh, that's Deep Blue Sea." So I guess it wasn't Jaws.
Wait.
So that was the very first time I've ever seen
Wow.
Jaws.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's very
Any
cool.
of it.
And you got to see it in the
I'd
theater.
only seen
Gotta see
I
the
have
right
seen the
way.
boat scene on TV
Dude.
twice, and once was in Spanish.
Porque si no yo?
That only counts half a point.
Yeah.
But no, when we saw it in the theater, and when Richard Dreyfuss is trying to look in that boat, and that head just pops out.
Oh, yeah.
This poor thing over here, she was just
Poop your
shaking.
pants.
I was
Yeah.
not.
Dude, I
I did not.
mean, I didn't say you shook all day. I'm just saying, like, you were holding my arm because I knew it was about to happen. I thought you have seen it. And so when that noise and that face just kind of pops up and
Yeah.
he's screaming, you were just, like, shocked.
Yeah.
You were pretty
alright.
shocked. It's okay. I still jump at it and I know it's
It's a
happening.
creepy movie.
'Cause
Yeah.
that-
Well, I
it's
thought it was gonna be a shark, and even still, a dead guy scares me just as much.
What's that
Yeah.
noise? Because it kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of The Ring.
Yeah, the sound.
Yeah, that kind of real high-pitched.
But you open the
Sweet.
Yes,
closet
yeah.
and sees
Yeah.
her in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, it was terrifying. So you're good. You're good. You real.
Yeah.
You
No
right.
shame.
No shame. Yeah, no shame. You right. You right. All right. So what's next here? What we got?
Well, one of my personal favorites
Nope.
that I based a
Your
hairstyle,
Your life around.
my fashion choices, and all the music I listen to around Dirty Dancing.
Hey.
Woo!
Nobody put Starla in the podcast.
Yeah, I saw it for the first time when I was like 11, so I had to have my
good
hair
shit.
permed. I had to dress like Baby, and I had to dance around the yard or in our apartments just like Baby and listen to all 60s music. I don't know what I thought.
It is a
But
good movie.
it
I
is
just
a
saw
really
it
She
for the
just saw it
first
for the
time a
first
few
time,
months
yeah.
ago. Che showed me, and I
Yeah, because
loved
she'd
it.
never
Yeah.
seen it, and I was like, seriously?
It's
She's
such
like,
a
yeah,
good
and I'm like,
movie.
because she's a dancer,
Oh,
and I figured your mom, it would be one your mom would talk about because
She talked about it, she just never showed
yeah.
me.
So I thought, you know,
She likes it. I just didn't get the privilege.
Oh,
yeah.
hey, Caitlin,
Our
this good.
mom-
Don't show you.
My mom went to the theater and saw it with one of her friends, and so I didn't get to see it till it was out on video. And I'm like,
Oh.
oh, y'all didn't take me.
It's a good, and
And
honestly,
the adult stuff in it, I didn't get when I was 11.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what the problem was that was going on with her and
Was
the
it
baby.
dirty?
Yeah.
And I didn't. When she said the line
there's no blood in
about,
this movie.
oh, she tells Baby that she doesn't sleep around.
Yeah.
I assumed she was saying she's not lazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she.
That would make perfect
you know,
sense.
when I was
mean, yeah, that
11
would make sense.
and you
Yeah.
heard sleep around, I thought, oh, because she's lazy. So she's
Yeah.
telling Baby
You're
she's
around,
not
Mom, I don't
lazy.
sleep around.
So-
Starla, what'd you say?
I think most of the time kids miss the little dirty
Yeah.
things in it, and
No,
you just
they're-
pay
yeah.
attention to the
Yeah.
music and the dancing, and
There's movies that I watch now that I remembered watching younger or seeing, and either it's the edited like TV version of
yeah.
it, or
oh
like
yeah.
you showed it to me when I was younger, but I don't remember the jokes as much. And so when you watch it older,
Yeah.
like you're like,
oh
what they
wow.
said? Damn.
That's when my parents always like reviewed stuff and would like look up reviews on it before they let us watch it because they would
Yeah.
forget. And then
Yeah.
they'd watch something and be like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it said that." So they'll like check things out before they just put it
You just
on.
the TV goes off
Yeah.
all of a sudden while you're watching it.
Well, like,
In,
oh yeah, go for it.
I was in the 5th grade. We all watched Short Circuit, and there's a lot of language in there, especially for 5th graders. So at the end of it, the teacher stopped and apologized. She's like, "We wouldn't have shown that to you. How we this is so much bad language."
That's brilliant.
There was one movie. Have you heard the movie Little Monsters or something? It's got
Yeah.
this blue monster on. Yeah, I think my
Savage.
dad had seen that at some point. I don't know what year it came out, but he thought he had seen it before, and I wanted to rent it at Blockbuster, and we got it when I was a kid, and
What's
he made us
Blockbuster?
stop watching it right in the middle of it because the kid and the monster both kept cussing at each other and stuff, and he's like, "What the heck?" Because he didn't know it was gonna be like that, and they didn't remember it being like that. And it's a kid movie; it's rated PG, but it's kind of bad.
It's tough when they're
Yeah.
PG and they bust out a
Yeah.
cuss word.
Yeah,
You're like,
back in the day though, PG there would be curse words and maybe
Yeah.
boobs
Yeah, 16 candles.
because PG-13 didn't exist until what year was it?
83.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
anything I guess.
So
yeah,
anything,
before
yeah.
That, so.
That's why Jaws is PG.
Yeah,
So it was G or it was a free for all.
Shit, man.
just about.
But yeah,
That's
Dirty
hard- that's
Dancing
hardcore.
is fantastic. The soundtrack's still great. I just yeah.
Yeah, I would say Patrick Swayze.
He's the best.
I love him.
He's the best.
You know, because it was the first time when I showing her for the first time was the first time I've seen it in a very long time, like all the way through.
Yeah.
And it is a really good movie.
It is.
And I feel really bad for Patrick Swayze in that movie.
I know.
Because you think he's going to be a shit, because he starts off as a...
Last month he's eating jujubes to keep alive. This month, women are stuffing diamonds in his pocket.
I like
I
that.
know, I've watched it quite
Yeah.
Is that from the movie?
Yeah. That's talking about you, Mike. All right, so let's get off Dirty Dancing and...
No, we can't!
Let's get off on Dirty Dancing.
Well, we can... Oh, God. We can talk about yet another fantastic classic horror film. Friday the 13th.
Yeah, which she still hasn't seen.
Oh my God!
I was waiting for you.
You have to wait for me.
It's all
When
for
is
you.
the next Friday the 13th?
It's not until like.
Isn't it?
I think
August?
not. I think it's in October.
Is it?
It's a while because I looked recently.
We need to look it up.
Yeah.
You saw Scream, right?
No, she's. We watched
yeah, I've
all
seen
the
all the
screens.
screens.
Yeah.
Because I had only seen like a little bit of the first one and then part of the third, and then we finally watched them all the
Because
way.
we bought the
all
set.
way.
We bought the Blu-ray set.
Yeah.
And we watched all
Okay.
of them.
Yeah. But
Like,
Friday
if
the
you know
13th,
the twist to it or not. Or...
Oh, okay.
it's fantastic. It is really.
Oh, that's right. Because they mentioned. Okay, yeah. In the first Scream, in the beginning, they mentioned something
about the
about
movie.
the original one.
Do you remember?
Oh,
Okay.
really?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Don't look at the cover. Either.
Okay. I'm trying to see.
You're not allowed to look at the cover of
Right.
Friday the 13th.
look it up.
The original Friday the 13th. And
It's brilliant.
this is.
So we can talk about the movie. Just know
There's
the
not a
dates.
Friday the 13th until November.
Oh
I'm
my
looking at
God.
the calendar now.
Okay, we just
Well,
need
then
to watch it.
yeah,
because
we'll
there's
watch
like,
it.
There's like what,
In
10?
October when we do Halloween movies, we could do it.
Yeah.
There's no rule.
Yeah.
Or we can watch it even during the summer.
She needs to just.
We were supposed to do it already, and then we didn't get together on that day
Yeah.
for some
we
reason.
need
We
to
weren't
just
able
show her the
to.
first one, get it over
Yeah.
with, and then
Get it over with.
get.
Aw.
It's enjoyable.
It's a good movie. No, it's a good movie. I'm saying like because
We'll
there's
fast
al-
forward
there's always
through
yeah
It's not like cheesy horror.
Highlights.
It's an actually
It's a
good,
good
Yeah. Yeah.
scary movie.
dude.
And
There's a
And
jump
it's
scare at
good.
the end of that. That
Oh,
made me
yeah.
shite my pants. For real.
It's good that it's on Blu-ray because like the last hour, a lot of it's at night.
and it
It's
was tough to
really,
see
really
on
hard to
video
see.
and
Yeah,
in
we're
DVD.
watching
It was
we
like,
can't see anything.
what is going on?
But it's
Yeah.
really sharp.
But
That's good.
yeah, it's kind of like the first of a lot of scary movies starts out with the right intention. It's creepy and it's got a good story, and then they kind of dissolve into something
Executed
else.
poorly.
But
Camp and all that. Like
Yeah.
Freddy was a child murderer, and then by the end of it,
He was just
He's just
quippy
a-
and goofy
a
dude.
zany dude.
I know
with
they took a
nails.
child murderer and made him quirky.
Yeah.
It's like you can't do that. Yeah, that is true, isn't it? And they
yeah.
tried to bring in the remake. They tried to make it creepy again and make him like this is, we
Yeah.
don't need to talk about that. All right, so Friday the 13th we will watch soon.
Yeah, Friday
Put
the
that on our
13th
list of movies
is a definite one.
because that's one of the staple movies. There's always
Yeah.
a staple movie that everyone should see. That is
Yes.
one of them.
Yes.
At least the first one. The second one for other reasons. Spoiler alert. Okay, so all right, let's go.
And then I guess newer movies, newer by my standards because I'm always talking about older things.
Manure.
But to-do list.
There you go. That one's pretty funny.
To-do
Yeah.
list was actually surprisingly
Yeah,
very funny.
it was a good surprise.
I don't know anything about that one.
As Aubrey
Aw.
Plaza.
Yeah.
Basically,
It's pretty dirty.
It's kind of raunchy.
it's kind of raunchy,
But
but
it's
it's
very
very
funny.
funny, but it's raunchy.
She's
It's like
very inexperienced, so she writes a list of all these things.
that
she
she's
wants to-
heard
that
of
wants
people have
to
done
talk about, and
Oh
she
my
wants to try to
gosh.
experience all of
All of them before
in one
college.
summer
Yeah.
before she goes to college.
And it's all very scientific. She's very.
She's
Yeah,
like
she's a
yeah,
nerd.
she's a nerd.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
one of them's
gosh.
like
anything sexual.
anything sexual.
Yeah.
Insert here.
Yeah, and it's not, and really for as dirty as it is, there's not really as many dirty things in it.
Yeah.
Like think
Yeah.
about it.
There's
There's really
lots of
not.
talk.
There's lots of talk, but it's more
But you
dirty.
don't
It's
see
potty mouth.
anything.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
potty mouths, but you don't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very funny. Like it's
Yeah,
actually pretty
it's
funny.
really good.
Like
Yeah.
there's one scene that is pretty funny. She's in there. She has the popsicle. She's a lifeguard, so she's sitting there and she's like staring at this guy, just like sucking on a
Yeah.
popsicle,
Yeah.
and she creeps or something. I don't know. It was funny. It's been a while since
Yeah.
I've seen it, but that was funny.
She's so awkward.
Yeah,
It's
she's
funny
awkward
watching
Yeah.
her.
because she's nerdy. She's awkward, and she'll name all the stuff she wants to try, and her friends are just like,
Aw, really?
yeah.
Jeez.
But they don't show anything, so
Yeah.
you would think it was funny
Yeah, it's
because
very funny.
I would feel awkward if it has a bunch of stuff. Like if they showed everything they mentioned.
It's not a family film.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't watch it with your parents.
Just from the talk alone, but it's funny. Yeah, all right.
And okay, I feel bad because I feel like I dominate the movies we talk about because we get, I think of ones that I love, but The Ruins.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Again, I don't think she's seen it.
Oh, you must wait for me for The Ruins.
Okay.
Because the most important thing everyone needs to know about The Ruins is Shawn Ashmore is beautiful.
She loves Iceman from the X-Men for
No,
people who haven't
but
seen
he's
it.
beautiful
we
in The
tried
Ruins.
to start The Ruins, but he tried to start when I was already tired, so that was
But
the
you
problem.
said no,
that was,
not without
and that was
Starla.
before we
Yes.
lived together. That was before. when
Yeah,
I was
you
still
gotta
there.
wait.
Nuh-uh, that was
Was
our
it?
old apartment. We tried to start it, but it was like
Was it?
already late. And I was already about to fall
we
asleep.
will have a Ruins.
Well, either way, we didn't
Friday
watch it.
13th.
We started.
Yeah.
We started it
Yeah.
and never went.
I did
past,
finally
like,
see The Mummy, though.
Oh, good. Okay. So see, we're getting
We're
there.
getting somewhere because it's again staple
Yeah.
movies. I had to
Yeah.
show it to her before they remake it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes out this year. You
Oh,
ready?
God.
Yeah. Be
Really?
prepared.
Well, I haven't heard a thing about
Yeah,
it.
But the Ruins is an underrated scary movie.
Yeah.
And it's more psychological and creepy. It's not like slasher killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Explain to her the premise.
It's four friends, or it's actually two couples,
Two couples.
vacationing
Yeah.
The girls are
in
friends.
Mexico
Laura Ramsey.
Yeah.
before they
From
go
Hunger
to
Games.
go to college, and they decide to go look at these Mayan ruins. Little do they know that there are killer vines all
Sounds
over
kind of cheesy, but
this
it's
Mayan
not.
ruins.
Yeah. Well, The Mummy sounds cheesy, too, but it was
Yeah.
actually really good.
Because it's basically, they're not just like, it's not like Bulbasaur from Pokemon where it's like a vine rid.
No.
There's like moss almost.
Yeah.
It just looks like
They
grass.
It's like
slowly
nothing.
Yeah.
they slowly grow on you and into you
Yeah.
and eat you.
And like basically, you touch it, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you're
if
just
it gets
screwed.
on you.
It's
Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And they
And
just
some
don't
of the stuff
realize.
they go through is the most
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
painful.
And the thing is, they're trying to help each other. So all these horrible things that are happening, they're done kind of out of love.
Yeah.
They're
it's
trying
really
to save
unique.
each other,
That's where you named
Yeah.
your cat.
but it makes it worse.
Yeah, it's what
Yeah.
Matthias
Yeah,
was
Name
named.
yeah.
Matthias
Matthias
says
is the name of one of the characters in it. That's how.
That's what
Matthias in the movie is played from the dude from Cross Universe. Because we just watched that.
And the
recently.
Crazies.
And the Crazies, yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't the remake of Prom Night, which sucks. Came
Oh,
out the
no.
same week, and it made all the money, and The Ruins didn't. It was
Which
in
was-
theaters for like 2
anyone
weeks.
can say was way better than,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But The Ruins is more of a psychological thing, a slow build, but it was a better scary movie to me because you cared about the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watched it and you cared about them.
Yeah,
And
you
it was
just felt
awful.
awful.
You even felt bad for, I don't want to give a lot of it away, but the people, why they get stuck there, they're kind of being held there, but you feel for everybody
Yeah.
involved.
You just feel bad because
You don't blame anybody.
these little vines, they cause such a problem for the people that live there, for the people visiting there. It's just such a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
But it's a really great scary movie,
Yeah.
and Shawn Ashmore's beautiful.
So if anything you take from it, you can have some eye candy.
Yes, you will have that. I can
Yes,
promise
you will have eye candy. And yeah, Laura Ramsey was from She's Man.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, She's Man? With Channing Tatum
Uh-huh.
and Amanda Bynes?
I showed you that one.
Yeah,
She's
straighten him out. Straighten him
Or
out.
I don't know if you hadn't seen it before, but
No,
yeah,
we watched it,
together,
but yeah, I'd seen that one before. But yeah, so she's in that
Yeah.
one. The blonde one that Channing Tatum has a crush on.
Oh, okay.
That. There you go. Trying to give you some visuals of people from
Yes,
these movies, so
yes.
you're like, okay, I've seen these actors before.
Yep.
Okay. Next. Let's do it.
Oh, we've got. I
Or
thought.
I'm going to ruin you.
Well, one of Caitlin's personal favorites, Ernest Goes to Camp.
I haven't seen that one, so we're good. There's it's my turn. I haven't seen that one.
All Ernest movies are goofy. They're just
Yeah.
you have to take it for what it is. And you haven't seen that one?
No, I'm
Okay.
a.
Oh, you haven't seen it either?
What do you
Oh,
remember
what's
of
up?
it? Anything?
I don't remember a lot of it. I enjoyed it. I like his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
You have to go into it. It's fun.
And the movie.
Yeah, they're meant to be that good.
Yeah.
They're all just so goofy. He's just such a silly guy every movie.
I have
Yeah.
to say though, y'all all I've only seen one, and it was Ernest Scared Stupid, and that's when y'all showed me, and that was the weirdest thing I've ever
He's
seen.
like, what the other ones are much better, but Ernest Goes to Camp is one of my dad's. I think that is my dad's favorite one, so we watch that one a lot.
Yeah,
and we're always
everybody
joking
talks
about it.
And that's why I'm not
Yeah.
like, I don't think y'all are
Goes to
weirdos.
Jails,
People
it's
talk
good.
about
Yeah.
Ernest movies all the time.
Yeah, Ernest Goes to Jail is
It's
fantastic.
delicious.
Yeah, that one's good. And then there's like Ernest Goes to Africa and Ernest
I
Goes
never
to
saw that
School.
one.
There's a
I
whole.
saw
We
Six
owned like all of
She
them.
showed me a clip from Ernest Goes to Africa, and that was pretty funny.
Yeah, because me and my sisters tease each other. There's this thing where he's pretending to be a servant for this guy, and he's like, "Yes, oh great one, whose urine is the soup bowl of my life," or something. He's saying like all this weird stuff. He's like pretending to be like some weird foreign servant.
Oh
You
my
can
gosh.
say Indian on our podcast.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know. I wasn't thinking Indian. I was just thinking he was like a
that's when he
foreign or
trying-
something.
He was in Mudface.
Oh.
Yeah, he was being
He
very.
painted himself.
Yeah.
So you can
He
take
was
it
very
for what
dark.
it is. Like, people
You
are
can take
offended
it
by
for-
everything
for
now,
what it
so I
is.
don't want.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to be like.
No, but it was
I'm
really
for white people
goofy, and
dressing
we
up.
all joke about that because he says several different things in that scene, and so we always tease each other and joke about that to me and my siblings. But do you remember in Ernest Goes to Camp when they're constantly hurting themselves and they're like first aid? And they're like, yeah, first aid, and they're like bandaging them up in some awful way. They're like, there's all this random stuff.
I don't remember.
And
So
my-
we're going to start
We
our
need to
own
watch it
podcast in the next
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, we are.
I know these
We'll
ones-
enjoy it.
Yeah, I would say, well, we need to watch the because there's. I mean,
It's
there's more
pretty
than
funny.
Some of
Yeah.
I mean, we all pepper ones we haven't seen. But
They
we gotta
have
start watching
at
some.
I think it's Movie Trading Company. They have a double pack of Ernest Goes to Jail and Ernest Goes to Camp.
Oh, nice.
So we need to buy that.
That would be a good double
There you go.
pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
And, all right, and to show Chase a little love, the Goofy movie.
Yes!
Of course, one of
Are
his
you not
favorites.
entertained?
Now you're not gonna get him to be quiet
Yeah.
again. Why'd you do
So
that?
where did I leave off from the past like 10 podcasts we've talked about? So basically,
What's it about?
I think we all know.
Aw.
for all the people who don't listen to the other ones,
Hmm?
Max it's summer. He wants to hang out. He loves this girl.
Who's
He has a
Max?
crush on her. Max is Goofy's son. And
Goofy's a great dad.
Goofy is a great dad. He's a single dad, and he deserves it better. But
He deserves
Like for all
better.
you ladies out
Where's the
there,
mom?
he's
But-
a single dad.
Doesn't have a
It doesn't matter.
So-
It's Disney. There never
There
is two
mom.
parents.
Yeah.
It's all broken homes.
So it's summer. Max is excited because Roxanne, the girl he has a crush on, invited him to go with her to where they're gonna play their favorite singer's pay-per-view concert.
Okay,
And then
you're working it out.
And then Goofy thinks that Max is gonna be a just vandal and go crazy and be in juvie and all this other stuff because he got sent to detention on the last day of school. And so Goofy plans this whole summer vacation where they're just on a road trip that Goofy went on with his dad, and all the goofiness, pun intended, ensues. It is a really good movie. I play around and y'all tease me for it. It is a good movie.
It's
I
okay.
chose Goofy from this movie as the best movie dad. It's one that makes me just all giddy, and we will watch it at some point. That's all I need to say. We're good.
All right.
Next.
Screw you guys!
And this is one you guys have not seen, but it is definitely one you should see. The Great Outdoors.
I've seen Great Outdoors.
You saw it? I thought you said you didn't when we were reading
Chase,
movies.
we don't mean your backyard.
No. I played with the woods. No, I've seen that one. Yeah, because we were all talking about it on the way to.
Nice. Okay,
Hey,
then good. We
And
just
because
need
you
to-
asked her if she saw it, she said no, and you go, Chase, have you seen it? And I go, yes. Which automatically, by default, means no. So,
But it is
it's been a long time. I
A
think
John
it's-
Candy, Dan Aykroyd classic.
Yeah. Big Bear.
Big Bear Chase Me. But
Yeah, it's funny.
it's
Yeah, it's
funny.
good.
It's
For what I
it's-
remember of it,
it's
it was
more
fun.
along the lines of family-friendly humor.
Yeah, goofy.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it is it's pretty witty.
that kind of 80s fun. John Candy and his family, he's kind of a traditional dad. He wants to take his kids out. They want to have this nice experience, renting a cabin, doing all the stuff on a boat. And,
But of course, nothing goes right.
And then
Like,
And her
and if it's John
sister-
Candy, nothing
her
goes
sister shows up with her husband
He's like a Wall Street type
Yeah. and kind of
Big.
takes over the show. And he's a jerk, and it's like he's trying to be nice, but everything he says comes off as an insult.
Aw.
And he kind of undermines everything John Candy's trying to do. He wants to spend more money and do things that are more lavish, and John Candy's just a simple guy.
and it's them in a cabin together.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's wild.
He's stuck there for the whole week with him. So it's
Interesting.
Yes, watching the two of them together is great.
Yeah, John Candy is great because you haven't seen Uncle Buck, have you?
No.
Oh.
Unless y'all show
You
it.
see, you hear that?
Really?
That was silence.
Yeah.
From here to.
I'm gonna need you to call into
India.
work for the next month. We've got some things to cover.
No, we own a lot of these movies, so we gotta just when we go, hey, what do you want to do tonight?
Netflix.
Let's just watch a movie. It's
Yeah.
like we own majority of the ones, and that's
Yeah.
what, we've done really good watching ones you haven't seen and I've been wanting to show you. So we need to just get there because
Yeah.
we need to get there.
And one
Soon
thing
you'll see every movie ever out.
I don't think that y'all have seen the John Cusack classic, One Crazy Summer.
No. Yeah. Star Wars seen that one too.
Oh,
I
I'm
haven't
desperately trying.
What is that one about?
It is One Crazy Summer. John
Enough
Cusack.
It's kind of like Better Off Dead, but in the summer.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he graduates high school and he doesn't get the cool car or anything.
He's called Hoops.
Yeah.
Because he sucks at basketball.
Yeah.
Really? Oh God.
And he goes away over the summer with his friend to see his family, and Demi Moore's there, young Demi Moore.
Yeah, very young Demi Moore.
Young.
And,
So she looks
you
like
know,
Rumor Willis.
She's pretty much she's
Yeah.
there to kind of help with her grandmother, right?
Right.
And the property's being bought by this horrible, evil, rich person, and then
Yeah.
it's let's raise money to save the land, and
Have
80s
concert.
cheese, but
Yeah.
it's got
Goes good with
Bobcat
crackers.
Goldthwait.
Yeah.
Bobcat
He gets
goes
trapped,
crazy.
the best thing in the whole movie. And I'll tell you, but you still have to see
You still have
it.
to see it, yeah.
He gets trapped in a Godzilla costume
And that-
can't
Oh
get
no!
out of it.
They showed that clip when we
Yeah.
all went to go see Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's
It's
running
hilarious.
around. Yeah.
Him
Yeah.
trying to get out of it and stepping
Yeah.
on the little model buildings.
I remember that. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
funny.
it's
Yeah.
That's funny.
it's pretty funny. It's cheesy in parts, but it's pretty funny.
It's good.
No,
I'm
yeah.
sure John Cusack hates it.
Yeah.
He
But-
hates everything that's not 2012.
Yeah,
yeah.
but it is really a fun kind of
That's
goofy
cool.
stuff. And
No,
it is
just
One
based
Crazy
off
Summer.
of that, just based off of that scene, knowing that I've seen that scene,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
would see that whole movie.
Yeah.
It's got
That's
enough
goofy.
really fun stuff in it that it kind of
Well,
takes
and
away
plus,
from the
at this
cheese.
point, what's not all of them, but some 80s movies like that, you kind of know what you're going to get, so it makes it easier. Because if you go into there
Yeah.
thinking it's going to be like this amazing thing,
Yeah.
then you're just not going to be disappointed.
The earth won't be shattered by
Yeah.
any revelations in One Crazy Summer. But it's still
It's
a
a lot of
great
fun.
movie.
Great movie.
And I'm not sure if I won't even make assumptions
I
as
know,
to
look
who's
at it, yeah,
seen this.
yeah.
I'm scared now. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
No.
I haven't seen that one.
This is a
I
fantastic,
know who's in it. But I
in
don't know.
honor of the Vacation sequelish.
Sequelish.
Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead has Christina Applegate. It's fantastic. It is. She's graduated high school. Her mom is going away on a summer trip and leaves her 4 kids, right? Danielle Harris is in it. She's a little girl.
Hey!
Leaves her 4 kids in the hands of this elderly babysitter who is a complete hard ass with the kids.
But
She won't
she
let them do
seems nice at
anything.
first.
Yeah, she seems super sweet and turns awful as soon as their mom leaves.
Yeah.
And then shortly thereafter dies. So rather than contacting the authorities or their mother, they want to prove that they can take care of themselves over the summer.
Oh my god.
It's very plausible.
So they just
Yeah.
drop off her body at the morgue and take care of themselves. But the bad thing is, when they drop off her body, they leave the money that their mom had left them for the summer with the body and don't want to go back and try to get the money. So then they really have to take care of themselves. They have to get jobs. They have to run the household.
Yeah.
And it's there's actually 5 of them. Because there's the 2 older siblings, the 2 middle-aged siblings, and then the younger one
Oh.
who has a broken leg.
Oh god.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
it's funny just watching the things that
That they
you know.
do.
That sounds
Is
funny.
the older one in Adventures in Babysitting?
Yeah.
Is he one of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
The
they're
brother.
all a bunch of screw ups,
Yeah.
and it's just will they get it together enough to actually keep the house
She has to get a
intact?
job at a fashion
Yeah, she
company.
fudges a whole resume to get a job, and
God.
yeah,
That's
it's
great.
it's pretty
highly,
great.
Highly plausible.
Yeah, right. Maybe
pretty
back
funny.
then it was, but
Yeah.
it's actually
It's fun.
a funny movie.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a fun time.
Look
It's
at
a
Kayla,
fun
she's
time.
like, nope, I know.
It sounds funny.
No,
to me.
you would like it. It is
No,
very funny.
I'm just teasing. We need to watch it.
Yes.
These are like that one I've heard about
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah. Don't tell
But I've
Mom
never
the
seen it.
Babysitter's
Yeah,
Dad
it's
is
like that's just one of the
fantastic.
ones I never got around to watching.
Just because of the title.
Yeah.
The title alone is awful.
And for you action fans out there, Point Break.
That's a good movie. I'm telling you, like I talk.
Why'd you look at me when you said action fans?
She's called
Loves
this
action
Sunday.
We all know how much I love
We're
action.
going 1-on-1 with little action movie.
Yes, yes.
Mad Max
Caitlin,
1, 2, 3, and Fury Road.
Fury.
God.
No, this one is a fun one. It has
It's a rip-roaring time.
if Mom listens
Yeah.
to this one, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good one. Oh, do you know the premise of this movie?
No.
So basically, Patrick
Keanu
Swayze
is an
FBI
FBI agent.
and he gets he gets assigned to basically
Gary Busey.
by Gary Busey to befriend these. Do they know they're bank robbers at this time?
No,
or they think they are.
They suspect that this gang of bank robbers who dresses up as
Yeah.
ex-presidents
Yeah.
are actually surfers. I don't know if it's from their glistening hair or fabulous tan or how they know.
So they get Keanu Reeves and tell him to befriend Patrick Swayze,
He's
his
to go
gang,
He's
basically.
going to go undercover to
Yeah.
infiltrate
As a
this
surfer.
gang.
as a surfer to see
Right.
if they are the people who's robbing
But
banks. or not.
before he was an FBI agent, he was a football star. So
Oh.
that's kind of how he gets in with
And he won a
Jeez.
Pulitzer and a Nobel Peace Prize.
And he time traveled to learn about history. Oh,
Which is funny because
Wrong movie.
but what's funny is we accept it when it's the original Point Break. But when you watch
Right.
the new trailer, have y'all watched the new trailer?
No.
Watch the new trailer.
Ugh.
It is the most awful piece of garbage.
Because
and then they mention that he's like former football star turned into a police officer.
God.
Gone, sir. It's hilarious.
I think what it is we would accept those type of premises from movies in the 80s and 90s because that's kind of how movies were.
Yeah.
Lots of these action and all the movies Arnold was in for a long time, all those action movies. You wouldn't accept that now. It doesn't come off
You
well.
wouldn't accept it now.
But back in the day it was fun.
Yeah.
And so you accept Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves because
Well, and it wasn't like executed poorly or anything.
no,
like,
it was a good
it made
movie.
sense. You watch it and you're like, all right, sweet.
Yeah.
He was a
That
former
was cool.
football star. He's
Yeah.
a cop now.
Yeah.
All right. Or, so it's
Yeah.
like, Patrick Swayze had the hair to be a
Back
surfer.
in the day, you accepted Patrick Swayze as anything.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Patrick Swayze went out cross-dresser and what's it
he's
called?
beautiful
Yeah,
and can
Kung
dance.
Fu.
Yeah, there you go.
What else? There's nothing he can't do.
It's pretty fun.
But
Quiet on set.
they some movies they need to just leave them in the little time frame that they're in. Just leave them in their little
Yeah.
capsule and let them be.
Or
You
just,
don't
or
have to
just,
remake 'em.
Nobody.
No one. Okay, you'll watch the trailer and you'll feel the same way I did. The guy who's playing Keanu Reeves. You can tell by looking at him in the trailer, you're not going to care for him. And then,
Is it,
and then the
Do they
dude's
try
like-
to make him look like the original guy?
Is it John
Look at the
Courtney?
dude. Look at the dude. Look at the dude who's supposed to be playing Patrick Swayze. He has really short black hair, and he's like someone from another country or something. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like
You won't
Patrick
accept
Swayze.
it.
No, but I'm saying Patrick Swayze was a toned, long, blonde-haired Californian.
Chase
he was
likes
a surfer.
his men toned with wavy hair.
Jeez.
Yeah, flowing in the breeze.
He
no,
wants
but
him to
he
look
fit
like a
the,
surfer.
He fit the
Yeah.
he fit the bill.
But that was the cool thing about. No, that doesn't work for me.
Do you find him?
Yeah.
That was the cool
Bodie.
thing about Patrick Swayze's acting, is because he came off very effortless.
Yeah.
He was what he was.
He was what he was playing.
And you accepted it.
Yeah.
In Dirty Dancing, I totally accepted he was Johnny and that he was a dancer and that people were keeping him down. I understand.
A young Johnny in it. Oh.
Tony. They're gonna give us
And-
backstory.
But then I turned around and I accepted him as a surfer who was leading kind of this band of misfits.
Luke Bracey is Johnny Utah.
And
Yeah, nobody
another
knows.
thing
Yeah,
that
everyone's like, whoa.
Another thing that we accepted from the original Point Break is that his name was Johnny Utah.
Yeah, his name Johnny Utah, a former football star turned FBI agent.
Who looks like Keanu Reeves.
Who looks like Keanu Reeves going undercover for a surfer,
Johnny
bank
Utah.
robber.
Huh.
Yeah, it's all.
It sounds like something Carl Pilkington made
Yeah,
up.
and it has its cheese moments, but it is good. And I regret not. Every time I see it, I regret not buying it. Like I won't buy it, and then I'll regret not doing it because it is great.
It is great. We bought it.
Did you buy it? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have it.
All right, so we got enough Point Break.
Another fun, kind of family-friendly film. There's a lot of F's in that.
Fun
Now
film,
and Then.
family. What? Now
and
Yes.
That's a good one.
Hey!
I've only seen it once though.
It
That's
is
pretty
really
good.
good. A young Christina Ricci. A young Thora Birch.
There you go. That's her name.
A young Gabby Hoffman. And the poor little deceased. What was her name?
Oh yeah, Yeah, remember when we found out
Yeah.
she had died?
That
Because
ruined our week.
we were looking up what these people were doing now, and the one that plays the quote unquote fat one, she is dead now, and she died in like 2007 or something like that.
Yeah.
So we were like, that was insane.
Yeah.
'Cause it threw-
and
it
there's
threw it
conflicting
off.
reports what happened to her. Some
Hey, really?
say that it was pneumonia. Some say she OD'd.
It's weird.
So
Man.
it's very sad because I was wondering what happened to
Yeah,
her
I
because
was curious. Yeah,
she had done a couple movies and then
That
kind
was
of
it?
dropped off.
Which one was she? The character?
the heavyset one. Yeah, it was pretty bad. What do you remember for that one? Do you remember it?
I remember I remember a lot, but I don't know how to describe it exactly. Like,
Well,
I know it starts
like
out
the
with
point
them
of
kind of
views of
adults,
the-
and then they're
yeah.
talking about when they were kids.
And then it shows.
And
them
there's
as
like
kids.
the thing where the girls
as
and
adults.
they're all swimming in the lake
Your
and
boy from
spying
Wild
on the
America's in it.
boys and all that.
Devin Sawa.
Yeah, Devin Sawa, he's in it.
This
Yeah.
was pneumonia and bronchitis.
Is that official?
That's the official word. 26 years old.
Yeah.
Told you can die from that.
That's
Wow.
bad. Yeah, bronchitis.
was,
Yeah, that's what you
was
almost.
named
That's what I keep
James
getting.
Moore.
All right. And also, all of them as adults. We had Rita Wilson, we had Demi Moore, we had
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell, we had Melanie
Poor
Griffith.
Christina Ricci. Can you imagine they're in the casting call? Like, Christina Ricci, come see your future self. And then Rosie O'Donnell comes barging in the room. It's like, aww. Dude, I would have accepted anything else than
But
Rosie
you
O'Donnell.
forget during that time period, Rosie O'Donnell was cool.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because she was in the Flintstones movie.
Yeah, this was back when she had her own show,
She was in
and
Tarzan.
everybody was loving
Like
her.
the
and
live
she
action
loved Tom
Flintstones?
Cruise,
Yeah.
and she hadn't
The
come
live
out
action
yet.
Flintstones. She played Betty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
Yeah.
And Tarzan, because you love
You actually saw that in the theater, by the way.
Flintstones movie?
Yeah.
It's good shit.
But Now and Then it's not a wonderful movie, but it's an enjoyable movie.
Watching it, it's kind of like Wild America for Caitlin. 'cause,
Okay, Wild America is a whole other beast.
No,
haven't seen it.
but I'm saying it's one of those movies. It's a
I
nostalgia.
saw Wild America in the theater opening weekend.
Oh yeah,
girl.
yeah.
No, I'm saying
I fought the crowds.
I'm just trying to find a way to argue.
No,
I know
it
you've
wasn't
seen it.
supposed to be a negative thing. I'm saying it's a nostalgia movie. You watch it, and it may not be perfect. It may not be that good now. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Nerd.
Aw.
I struggled into the theater with 3 kids in tow to see Wild America. Mom and Dad were out of town, I think, and that's what y'all wanted to do.
No, they just left us.
They were staying.
They were staying at a
they were
hotel
at
or
the
something.
Ramada down the street.
Those kids think we left town.
Dumb bastards.
Those dumb
Yeah,
bastards.
they timed it just with Wild America's release.
Yeah.
But that's what we did.
They
and-
were in 2 seats over watching Wild
yeah,
America.
yeah, I called you after we got back from the movie to
That's
tell you
right.
how it was.
Yep.
But yeah, and I enjoyed Wild America at the time. You
That's
know?
what I'm saying. At the time.
I haven't seen
Watch
it since.
Well, I'm telling
I
you,
haven't seen
your
it since.
perception of that movie will change as an adult.
That's why I kind of don't want to see it. You know, like I haven't watched Now and Then since I saw it in the theater, and I'm kind of like, okay.
No,
I
but
don't
here's the
want to
thing. No, but
rewatch
here's the
it
thing, though.
and feel bad about it.
Take it from someone who when we watched it, the last time I watched it, I was probably watching it with Bridget and Heidi on VHS tape.
Are you talking about Now and Then?
No, Wild America. So, we can actually segue since that's our next
Yeah,
topic. Wild
yeah.
America is one we mentioned.
We're
but-
combining
yeah.
these into
But
one
like with Wild America,
semi-disappointing
I know,
film.
like, yeah, like watching it, I still liked it, but you get to see the faults.
It's
you
because
focus
you like
on the faults.
JTT. Don't even lie to me right now.
I love it. That's Simba. But like, because now, like, okay, now we've seen so many high-budgeted, well-looking movies, well-done movies, well-cut, directed, So when you watch one like that was Wild America, the standards in
but
that
we have
time
to
weren't
remember, Wild America and Now and Then, at the time they were made, were kind of like, some of the teen movies that come out now that are meant for like 13, 14-year-old kids, and you may see the preview and think, oh God, this is awful. But they get excited about them.
Yeah.
And so when Wild America and Now and Then were coming out, it was for the tween crowd.
Yeah.
For the younger group. It wasn't meant to be impressive to
No, I know.
Adults. It was meant to be enjoyable for the younger crowd because you need something to watch. You don't want to watch the kid movies, and you don't want to watch you can't get into the R movies. So you need something in between that's a little bit more grown up, but not
too grown up.
Too much.
Yeah. But
so that's where they landed, and that's when they were enjoyable to all of us.
Yeah.
Like enjoyable for the reason they were meant to be enjoyable,
yeah, exactly.
Not enjoyable because of the fake snake and things like that.
That's great. But I know I was just saying because you were nervous about watching it and being like it's not as good.
Yeah.
Like you'll watch
I gotta
it.
Keep that happy memory.
Yeah, like you'll watch it and remember it and you'll like it for what you remember it being.
Yeah.
But then you'll just be pickier. You know what I mean? Like because I wasn't watching it trying to be picky, and even with Caitlin, like she's the one who noticed the toothbrush thing, and she's like, the toothbrushes are different. So like you notice those things now because now you're paying attention more.
Yeah.
Your attention span.
I feel sad though when I rewatch a movie I loved as a kid, and I notice all these things wrong with it. I'm like, aww.
I noticed a lot of stuff like that in movies that they just didn't think through.
Yeah.
Like they'll say something and then they'll contradict it later in the movie, and you're like, wait.
Yeah. They're breaking
their own rules. Are you paying attention to your own script?
Yeah.
I'm kicking my own ass. You mind? Yeah. So
exactly. That's what they do.
Best part of my life. Mm-hmm. So all right. Let's get it girl.
I have to mention this one because it's a deceiving movie because it looks like it fall into the
Good Luck Chuck.
No, it looks like it would fall into the Now and Then Wild America slot because it is tween kids, but it is adult subject matter. Stand by Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a great movie. River Phoenix, Jerry O'Connell, Will Wheaton, and Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Purple Ranger for all you kids out there.
But it's such a good movie.
Kiefer Sutherland too.
Kiefer Sutherland. And let me just say real quickly though, I do not believe ever that Will Wheaton would grow up and look like Richard Dreyfuss. But I still love the movie.
John Connor. We can talk about these things.
Yeah.
Looks they don't care.
We need to have a whole topic devoted to it. But it is such a good movie. It's based on a Stephen King novel, or short story. And just about 4 friends journeying to find a dead body of a missing kid.
Yeah.
And just the things that they go through in their journey, and their parents are no, not just, but each of them has issues with their parents, and Will Wheaton's character has lost his older brother in an accident. Yeah. And so it's just them going through really adult things, but they're all like 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
And they really were when they filmed it. They actually,
were the ages they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it's such a great movie even as an adult. It's one of those, but I do watch it and go, wow, I thought of this as a kid movie when I was that age. And you watch it and you're like, oh my goodness, these kids.
Yeah.
It's not so much a kid movie, but it is.
So it's like set in the 60s?
60s.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the leech scene is pretty intense.
Yeah.
Because there's like this river or something they're trying to cross, and when they get to the other side, they're all covered in just gigantic leeches.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a great movie.
Yeah.
Such a really great movie. So if you haven't seen it...
It's been a while since I've seen that one, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Movies, I think I watched that one as a kid, too, so...
Yeah. Oh, I loved it when I was a kid. But it's still very enjoyable as an adult. It's not one of those, oh, wow, this was really meant for a little kid and not for me.
Exactly.
You can enjoy it as you get older. I
know, Sterl's cheeky, I know! But no, you would like that one. It's
I haven't seen it. Yeah. I think I've heard my mom talk about that one.
Yeah, you'd really like it. It's and River Phoenix, I mean...
You love River Phoenix.
What a wonderful, wonderful, talented guy he was.
It's a waste.
So, yeah.
It was.
Yeah, very definitely. And I have my whole theory that Leonardo DiCaprio would not have such a wonderful career had River lived. Because they kind of have the same type of... I think River would have taken roles from him.
And that was the case with what? James Dean and Paul Newman?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They were kind of up for the same roles.
Or Joseph Gordon-Levitt and
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
Because
felt like they had the same kind of style.
You could see Heath Ledger doing the movies that Joseph Gordon-Levitt has done.
Yeah, that's how I feel about River Phoenix. I think he would have been doing the same type of movies.
Yeah.
So, it's a shame, but it's a wonderful movie. So definitely
Bring
people
the room
out there.
down.
I know.
People out there, if you can hear me.
Well, I'll bring it right back up. And I don't think that
Whoa.
you guys have
Giggity.
seen this movie, but it's fantastic, and you would love it, Caitlin. Shag. Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful.
You just nod.
It sounds so exciting.
She hasn't said anything but the name.
Shag.
It's like Dirty Dancing.
A little bit. It's 4 friends. One of them's about to get married, so her girlfriends want to take her on a last road trip before she gets married. Phoebe Cates, Annabeth Gish, who plays the psychiatrist on Pretty Little Liars.
Hey.
There's your connection.
There you go. It all comes full circle.
They go on a trip to the beach and meet boys and dance. And it's just fun.
You saw Elm Street 2, right?
Which one?
Elm Street 2.
No, I'm sure I love it.
Yeah. Y'all showed me that one.
Yeah. His friend plays somebody in that.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really fun movie. I think you'd really like it because it's a rip roaring good time.
A rip torn.
And kind of set during the same time period as Dirty Dancing and stuff.
I'll
But
accept
it's really good. I know. I used to watch it over and over and over, assuming that one day I would have that type of experience where I had good friends and boys liking me.
Not the getting married part.
Huh?
Yeah. What?
No.
Boys liking me. She's still waiting for boys to like her.
No, I did get a boy to like me.
I'm leaving now.
I'm still waiting for the fun road trip with a bunch of good girlfriends, but that's all right. You want to go on a fun road trip as my girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the 4 of us could go on a road trip.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know about us meeting boys. Maybe Caitlin and I will go meet boys.
Hey, Michael and I will be fine in the nearest arcade.
Oh, y'all are playing.
We're playing in the arcade. Y'all go meet boys.
We'll go skiing.
Just don't cheat on us and you're good. Just go meet them. Just go up to boys and be like, hi, I'm you.
Just meeting
Bye,
boys,
yeah.
not necessarily
Just go up and
doing
say
anything
hi
with
and then
them.
like put a check mark on your notebook
Met
and say
boys.
hi.
Boys.
That's as far as your to-do list is.
No, this is kiss boys, do boys, feed boys.
Yeah, my sad PG to-do list would be like buy Laffy Taffy, meet boys,
Dance on the beach.
rent rollerblades.
Oh my god. Alright, what can get any better than Shag?
Okay, the quintessential summer movie, and you need to see it. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this movie for a
I've
second.
heard it would scar me.
Yeah, it will.
Let's talk about this movie.
It will, but in the best possible way a movie can scar you.
Interesting.
Dude. Okay. Caitlin, listen to me. You've seen so many movies
Let
with
him
me.
counsel you.
Let me counsel you for a second.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of movies with me. Some shocking, you could say. Some surprising. Some just intensified movies you'll ever see. This one, honestly, for me, is in my top 5, maybe 2. It's the top 2. You were not very shocking endings.
Yeah.
Like you're not expecting.
You're not ready at all.
You're not ready for it. Like
no amount of scary movies you've seen.
This is how not ready
will
for it you
prepare
are.
you.
When you see it, your brain doesn't even know what you're seeing because like
you have to. We rewound. We had to watch it on VHS, and we had to play it back.
Because they showed it to me for the first time in the past few years, and like
Look, his hair is
my hair is ecstatic, but like pull hair. So like seriously, they showed it to me on DVD. We watched it. That scene happened. Yeah, like it's very normal. It's very normal premise.
It's like
it's not very difficult.
It's a camp setting slasher killer type movie, and you're like, okay, this is kind of a Friday the 13th type thing.
And that's what you think it is, and then it does a complete 180 at the very end.
Like the last
2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then like. I for real, because I'm watching it, they're looking at me going,
we're
waiting for my reaction, but it took me a second to realize what I'm looking at.
And he looks at us
and I look at y'all and I was like, wait, what was that?
What just
and
happened?
they rewound it, and I'm like,
Watching the knowledge sleep in.
Because like if you watch it, you're not, because you have to fully just take in what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And so when you watch
And you know what? This is moved to the top of our list to show you. This is at the very top.
no.
This is at the very top.
It's pretty
it's
crazy.
so important.
Because like the movie's pretty solid. You know,
yeah, the movie, the
movie's pretty
effects are
solid.
good for low budget.
It's very low budget.
very solid,
Yeah.
low budget. Slasher, someone's going around killing people at a camp.
We saw it at Alamo, and they were talking about it, before it started, and they said that
At the beginning, the director dedicates it to his mother, which they said is a weird thing to do.
She passed away.
But she had passed away. Her life insurance paid for most of the movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she supported him in his desire to do this, so
Dude, what a
he
movie
dedicated it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Top 2 shocking moments.
Yeah.
What's your other one? Sixth Sense.
No, I don't know, man. Like The Departed, the
Let
very
me
last
check.
scene when
Have you
when
seen
Leo's,
Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I watched it with y'all.
Oh, hey, I want to make sure I get all my movies together.
Yeah.
Hey, but the best part of Sixth Sense seeing it in the theater was 2 seconds before the reveal. Mom going, "Oh, he's dead!" Loud enough for people to hear.
that was a spoiler out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You're like,
I was like,
no.
God.
Mom is so great.
Yeah.
That is so great. Just we were at the theater in Kerrville and her going, "Oh, he's dead!" Mom.
Okay, I have 2 that are probably because there's one because I'm not talking about the shock just for shock value kind of thing. Like ones that give me the wrap up. Yeah. Chase, I know this is your podcast, but please wrap this up.
The orchestra is gonna start playing.
Dun, 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 dun. But I would say either the
Poor
end,
thing.
either the
just trying to help.
Thank you, Michael.
You're
The end of The Departed, or
Yeah, The Departed.
yeah,
I've never been to see.
or
Yeah.
maybe the end of Psycho, because it's one of those something you're not expecting.
Seven
Something
did that
yeah,
to me.
there's just that moment of something happening, and you're just like, what? Because then there's the shock
Your
for shock
whole
value. And you're like,
reality
okay, that was
goes away.
shocking, but but no, it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
All right. So how many more do we have? Because I don't want this to go.
That was that was the grand.
Was that the bookend?
Movie.
That was the movie.
We started with Wet Hot American Summer.
Funny
we
Summer.
Ended with Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah. So yeah, this one went longer than I expected it to, which isn't. I mean, it's not bad, but.
There's lots of and there's lots of movies we haven't covered. Great summer movies. You can't cover
And that
them
leaves
all.
it open for anyone listening. Comment, let us know ones that you enjoy that are summer. Anything you have to add to the ones we've talked about. No spoilers on a couple of those because Caitlin could go read comments.
We're gonna plan this sleepaway thing, and then I think we should talk about it. I think
we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So we'll say summer camp review / Caitlin reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll show Caitlin a couple of these great summer movies that we've mentioned.
We have to start with Sleepaway Camp.
We'll get a reaction and a discussion.
And we just bought it on Blu-ray.
It's pretty crazy.
Perfect.
And I will say this:
the stars are aligning.
It's nothing that is gonna like.
No,
nothing
it's
bad.
It's
nothing
not
that's
gory or
it's nothing
dirty.
gory, nothing dirty, nothing.
It's just shocking.
It's just shocking.
Yeah.
It had I'm telling
or
you.
even it's not even like scary. It's not something that's gonna give you.
Or you're
nightmares.
smarter than all
mean,
of
it
us,
might
and
give
you'll
you
catch it right
nightmares.
away. Caitlin will be the one to put it all together like 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
If you do, don't say it because Michael does that all the time to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll say,
I do that
I think
sometimes.
it's this. And it turns out he spoiled identity for me during the trailer. I'm like, okay, I was interested.
And then
We said they're trying to do that during Pretty Little Liars. Both of us come up with our ideas of what's really happening.
Yeah.
And then, did you?
They're always wrong though, so it's okay.
Have you been on Facebook recently?
He's not allowed to because he's always right.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, I put this thing on Facebook where it shows 4 old ladies. It says next week on the series finale of Pretty Little Liars, we finally figure out who A is. April 13th, 2096 or something like that.
It was like 2064 or something, and all these old ladies.
Because like every season there's a new A.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Hey, they find a way to make it fresh. I still enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening for the summer movies. Again, let us know some of the ones you like to watch, ones we may have forgotten, or comment on the ones we mentioned, because a few of those are pretty intense. So thank you guys for listening. Give this podcast / video a thumbs up. hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video /podcast.
Bye.